I thought it'd be cool to talk about something that I've just recently experienced and decided to change my mind on, which is
Now, I don't normally like getting up in the morning, but old Mr. Sun is shining down on me.
Welcome back to my YouTube. This is the weekflow, where I take you behind the scenes of my business Genflow. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shan. I help social media influencers and help them build large-scale businesses. We have clients all over the world. So I looked at my analytics in YouTube, and about 70% of you are watching the videos but not subscribed. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Also, last video, 31% of you got to the end of the video, so thanks for that. It was actually the most engaged video in that way, which is really, really cool. This week, gonna be taking you again behind the scenes. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of the team, what we get up to, how we launch stuff, discussing different products. So if you love business, you're a founder, you run a business, you work at a high growth startup, I think you're gonna find this useful. Anyway, enjoy this video and let's get to work. Sitting here with Carl, just going through some finance stuff essentially. So our VAT return is due. Make sure you pay your taxes. Do it! For anyone watching this, you probably already know, but if you don't know, we're currently raising a round of investment, and Deloitte is an advisory firm, one of the biggest in the world. They're helping us. It's very intense because you literally need to think about every single thing ever. Is what gonna happen? Why are you gonna need this many people? At what point? In 2 years from now, what are you gonna be selling? Why are you gonna be selling it? How are you gonna be selling it? Some other stuff I can see on the list that we need to talk through is, so through Genflow Ventures now, we're investing in companies. Some pretty boring but amazing finance stuff is what we're gonna do.
Tell me about this, or tell me exactly. You kind of have to just let them kind of come to their own conclusions, because if they're not, then it means something isn't intuitive enough.
In terms of amount of content we need, I can go in and flesh out exactly how much content we need.
Well, this is going to be actually spread over 3 days, hopefully.
Yeah.
So it'll be everything we need. Website content, fine. Social media content, videos and images. I think we should refine that.
In terms of the website, obviously the hero video, but then we're redoing the entire website, so we're going to need lots of like static content. Need multiple locations.
So we have to do multiple shoots, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just finished off, back to back. Got something to eat. I read that Mark Cuban thing actually. He was like, instead of like having the catch up, just email your things across and the person can email you back. These 3 things are on my mind, can you like ask Harry about these? And he can tell about that, plus anything else he needs. We could manage it that way.
Yeah.
And only do the call if it's needed.
Yeah, so speaking to the team, everyone said it feels really good, like streamlined. They've said it feels, having the catch-ups, it's made them feel a lot more in the know.
They're like, cool, like just when you're ready, just let me know. We just need the workouts from me. The app is there, it's currently on hold. And we'll get back to it once you start. You sign up, it'll go into an email list, and you can trigger an opt-in email, which we can design. Make it so that it's just a welcome email, but at the same time it's like saying a reason for you to be like, yep, like I want it. And that's the opt-in. And then we can start emailing them. Let's make sure that it's emails, the audiences are set up basically. So let's get the audiences set up by tomorrow. But then this is something we need to be doing with all clients essentially, moving forwards. Now, back with Harry, we're just gonna go through some product stuff. What I'm doing now is pretty much every single week, just trying to have brief chats with some of the guys, just to be like, cool, what's the main things that we need to focus on, what's going on, just top level.
Sell on Amazon based on the stuff he sent over, like target rev is like 100k a month. Then 100% we should be doing our own brand of it. We can definitely launch, I reckon, October, November.
So this is a video of a packaging that we're currently working on. Obviously it's not going to be this, but it essentially is, can't say too much. Closer to it, yeah. Hey, what's up? So yeah, it's the end of day here on Tuesday. I'm in the office. Good day, good day.
Seriously.
And run them as ads, and that probably will do the best.
Yeah, I think there's loads of like stuff that we could do.
We're literally losing out on money if you haven't got this man running your ads. I've seen his returns on some clients is actually 10 to 1, so he's just being humble.
You honestly killed that, especially the notes section as well. The fact that like people can keep track of their notes with the date and time that they added it. That's freaking amazing. You absolutely killed it. Like, guys, whoever's listening to this right now in the team, like, I really appreciate it.
So baby girl.
It's been good, thanks. It's just grown a lot. Just trying to stay on top of it. You know, the team is about 50. So many different things that we do at once. It's almost like 10 businesses in one. So it's like very, very tough because of that. But yeah, I know. Loving every minute. It's the nature of the game. On this, like, it's tough because obviously it's an offline business, but it needs an online brand to people like trust it. Essentially, it all comes down to content, right? And it all comes down to who is going to be the customer that you want to get. So who are you going to attract to come to your physiotherapy clinic? The biggest thing would be is figure out who your end customer is. I think you really need to do a lot of work on that. So if that is your casual runners, like you just said, so like who is the end customer? Because then you need to think about what brand you're going to create is for them. Obviously, the difference in the middle is the content. Like, what content do you need to create? You know, the assets, the content, everything else. That's going to go to those people. So when they look at that, they're like, oh, that brand is for me. So like, you know, there's a reason when you see a brand, you're like, that's for me. You know, I learned that the hard way, even myself, when I first started to like now we know who are we trying to attract. Let's say for us, a client is an influencer now, but even that there's so many different types, right? That we now know, okay, this is the type of person that we want, which is like 18 to 25, who have already been an influencer for a while. Now they're looking to be independent and do something of their own. So all the content and anything that we create, any meetings, any decks, anything, it has the messaging to resonate with that. And then I really realized to build a brand, you need to think about all the touch points.
Part of the reason I wanted to talk to you is because we have a similar background. I just wanted to kind of pick your brains on your transition into entrepreneurship.
I think straight up front, trying to think of the time, the busiest and the hardest thing while you're at work. Mm-hmm. Imagine that, but it's going to be like 100 times harder than that. I was very, very vague in my thinking of like, yeah, it's going to be okay. You raise some money. I'm going to hire some people. It's going to be like fun. I'll be able to like, you know, get up later. Even till this day right now, you know, it is full on. My thing would be everyone is different, but like you can't do this properly if you're working. You'll regret it in the long term to be like, why didn't I start sooner? I was doing the same thing where I was working. At lunch, I would go and sit in like Starbucks and make some notes. In the evenings, I would sit and use, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? But I was just like fooling myself, basically.
Yeah. So baby girl, she gotta do it with a purpose. Am I down about him every man? I heard that she a version. Sheesh. And I've been in the gym all week. Every buzz, that's how I'ma drop the gyms y'all need.
I'm just in the office. Obviously, the team is always selling stuff. There's always launches happening. So I'm gonna go and have a look at what's happening right now.
Are people buying? I wonder if this is using the US vendor, right? What was it selling? UK or US? Which one? The 2 orders one?
Yeah, orders coming in right now. We've had probably 60 in the last minute or so. It's good. It's been busy today. I've got kind of access and overview of live stock all around the world. We've got a warehouse here in the UK and we've got a few in the US as well, so we can see obviously live stock for all the products. Mm-hmm. So far today we've done 1,400 different products sold across the world. Everything's running smoothly. The way we've set it up is so automated, so I can literally see per product, per client, exactly how much stock we've got left, how many sold today, how many we sold to Brazil, for example. It's currently 25+7, so the warehouse will be shut now in a minute, but obviously be stored ready for the morning. Check out the other video that we posted before to talk about the warehouse more. Even though we've got obviously control and oversight, it's very automated, and we can obviously log in when we need to and see what's going on, but the team they're there all the time and do it day in, day out, so they're very good at what they do.
It's currently 8:41. Good day. So we've started doing our performance reviews with all the team, and obviously there's like 45-50 to do, so very hard, it's going to be long. It's good to hear people's feedback on how they're finding it, and the main thing is clear that essentially like the team loves being here, which is a great feeling. Talking to actually Fraser the other day about that, it's strange that like I started something and then now 50 people work there. It still sometimes feels strange to me. Even when I walk in and there's like so many people, it's like, oh wow, okay. It's the end of the day here. Tonight, I've just got to catch up on my emails, not too much stuff to do. I want to get a sleep early. Actually woke up with a crazy migraine today because I lack of sleep, so I'm trying to get some sleep. But yeah, that's the plan for today. I'll be back in the office tomorrow.
I don't really care, I'ma be a millionaire like.
I really like the material of this.
Got a last second. Yeah. Next makes you feel like she on an elevator. Baby, going.
Yeah, the colour's amazing. Very good. We worked so hard finding that colour. Isn't that beautiful? I'm obsessed.
Up like an escalator. I'm a fucking friend, she's an escalator. She know I'm getting paper. Oh wait. Remember them nights on my escalator.
Hey, what's up? So we're here. It is Wednesday. The guys are just prepping for a new client that's coming in. So just like we do, some of the teams here. We got Siobhan, we got Chloe over there. No one is watching. And we got Harry over there. So we got some swatches for some fabric. So it's a clothing brand that we're talking about. So yeah, just getting ready for it. You know, I always say make sure you're ready and prepping for stuff. So we got some different fabric stuff for her to pick. So we've been having lots of different conversations already. This is kind of like the last step, kind of go through some stuff more in detail in person and hopefully get the deal done. So yeah, we're gonna do that now.
So many people do this, is they just think of one ad and then they just go and run with that. But the big problem with that is you've got literally nothing to compare it to, nothing to test it to. Yeah. So you could be getting results that you're happy with, but you could be doing so much better. So that's what so many people starting out do. They put all of their efforts and their focus into making one ad, and then they don't even change the headline or they don't change the copy. They do nothing unique in their next ad, so they're going to get exactly the same results.
Everybody know my name. I just booked what I made. I just booked her best friend. Well, the pussy was good, so well, she forever.
As well, what we can do is just put a couple of options in. So we'll put in, like for example, on the second option, we can keep all of the graphics around the outer, but then also do another option where it's just the text, just so you can see it a bit cleaner. But like that's easy for us to do here as well.
I know who I am. We're in it enough. So obviously working on a ton of different brands here at Genflow. Obviously we've got a really strong beauty division as well, which you haven't seen too much of at the minute because there's tons of stuff in development, but it's quite confidential. At the minute we've got our final component coming in. In cosmetics you work on kind of component and then the formulation, actually the product that goes inside. So this is our final component, which is a frosted soft touch matte component for a lip gloss. And then we've got our custom formulation in the different shades as well. So now these are ready to be sent off to the client, and obviously she'll pick which shade is aligned to her and to kind of what she wants and her vision for the brand and the products. Obviously all these are custom formulations and have the right level of kind of moisturizing and fragrance and some cool things in there which I don't talk too much about. So obviously these will go off and then the client will pick which pigment and direction of color she prefers, and obviously then for the final product it will go inside this component here and it will arrive with this, obviously with branding on as well. It will come in a nice outer carton. Super exciting. We've been working on this one for quite a while, get the colors right and the exact formulation, but yeah, it's looking good.
Wow, she lost her shit, mate. She was like, oh my god, the components look so amazing, I'm so excited. Oh man, she was so excited. That was so worth it.
What's going on? Today is Friday. I'm just back at home. I'm working from home today basically. It's actually Eid, so Eid Mubarak to anyone watching this. I actually am going home today to see my parents later on, so I decided to stay home, do some work from here. I've got I think 3 phone calls and that's about it. One is with an agent of a client. We're discussing a new contract. I have a call with another agent who has 4 clients that we're currently speaking about. I think some other team stuff.
They wanted something like a bit arty to mix in with the logo, and then colour pops like this. So she wants to see like it sampled both ways.
But anyway, I thought it'd be cool to talk about something that I've just recently experienced and decided to change my mind on, which is how I manage my team. So I had started very recently to get a bit more hands-on with the team. What I was doing was I was doing like a 30-minute call with my 6 to 8 like management team in the company weekly, and that was taking a lot of their time. So I realized, hang on, that instead of doing that, how can I make it more productive for myself? Because I found was you get on the phone call, you're like, yeah, what's up? And then by the time you're like getting into the thing that you actually need to discuss, time is already gone. And a lot of the stuff is kind of like you say it or they say it, you're like, yeah, that's fine. It's almost like it would even need to be discussed because obviously there's a certain amount of level of trust that's already there. So instead I've said is that why don't you email me, these are the things that I'm currently like doing, or these are the things I'm concerned with, these are things I need you to say something to, and then I can already look at that and I can respond to that via email. And then if there is anything that we actually need to discuss, then we can have a phone call. I think it's just way more productive. So anyone watching this, I would say try that as well. Like, I think if you want to meet to discuss something, trying to send that via email and see what happens and make it very clear. So I'll give you an example. If someone's like, what do you think of this breakdown of products to order for like the next client? Or what do you think of these colors? What do you think of this? Or this happened last week in my team. I asked them to do something, they didn't get it done, whatever problem it may be. If you describe it in an email in a very clear way, then I can look at that and be like, okay, so this one, go ahead and do this, go ahead and do this. It's just so much easier. Obviously now I have an assistant as well. So the way I'm trying to manage it is that I voice note to Rosie and then she will go and type it up and send it. So I'm trying to like really utilize my time better. But anyway, I hope that was helpful. I decided to make that change. It's working well. So yeah, I think always be looking for a way to improve the efficiency of how you work. I think it doesn't matter how successful you are, what you've done. I'm always looking at ways to better myself, to make myself do things in a better way. And at the same time, I'm also the first one to say like I was wrong. There's many things I've done. Before I used to get the team to give me a complete breakdown of what everyone's in the team doing. Obviously, as people have like a team of like 6, 7, 8, 9 people, you can imagine that that can become very long. So you know, it was almost like it was not needed. But anyway, hope you like this video. The next few week flows, we're putting a bit more effort into. So if you made it till the end, thank you so much. And I'm gonna try to plan and do them a bit better, even though they are quite cool right now. Anyway, hope you like this video and we'll see you next week.